In typical fashion, why would 165 start out any different? We we are doing the YBC National Recap. I'm your host, Carrie. We got Ty with me this week. Everybody else has abandoned the podcast, is what I've come out to understand.
Yep, it's going downhill.
It's going downhill quick. Everybody's in summer mode, which is totally fair.
I'm in summer mode.
Yeah, me too. It is extremely warm in this room right now. I didn't realize how hot it was going to get today. But
Yeah.
I should open some windows. Yeah.
YBC. I feel like this happened forever ago, but we're
Almost a
finally
month
getting...
ago.
Yeah.
Almost a month ago.
We are finally getting around to it now that the rest of bowling has kind of calmed down a little bit between Pro League and Open Nationals and Red Deer.
Mm-hmm. We want to go with the whole high games.
We would love to shout out some high games.
Alright, let me bring that into the fold here. If I can find it.
And we apologize in advance if we miss anyone. We had one of the parents of the bowlers use just like the Bowl Canada posting of high games, so we may have missed someone. But in our Bantam section, or division, we had Kylie Dallin from BC shooting a 261, and Lucas McDonald from Alberta shooting 262 twice.
Our juniors 335 plus is Vanessa Elliott Lynch, 336 Newfoundland. Kennedy Keating, 346 Southern Ontario. Sadie Pickock, 343 Alberta. JD Hislop with the 415 and 385 from Alberta. Lucas Rachalski, 370, 365 from BC. And Owen Williams, 433 from Newfoundland.
Those are some big games. And seniors, we went with 360 plus. So we have Michaela Sanderson with a 403 and a 388 from Alberta. Chloe Russell with a 361 from Southern Ontario. Madison Jenkins with a 368 from Alberta. Marcello Jurich from Alberta also with a 388. Jaden Algeyer from BC with a 386. Antoine Nadeau from Quebec with a 367. And James Martha from Northern Ontario with a 375. There was a lot of 3/8s and 6s in that little section, and I for sure thought I was going to get one wrong.
There was the 380s were common, it looks like, across the juniors and the seniors.
I wonder how many of those were thrown at the mile compared to every other bowling alley.
That's fair. Back when we played nationals there, I think Glencairn was decent scoring, Nortown was alright, but yeah, Golden Miles definitely seemed the easier scoring house, let's just say.
No, our 2200 cuts don't prove anything.
No, that's right.
Alrighty, folks. So we've got a little bit of a lineup for you today with some very special guests. You ready to bring the first ones in?
Sure, if you want to introduce them, because I'm not quite sure who everybody is. Unfortunately, I'm not in the YBC world. I'm not super familiar with these people, but Ty, you're fairly close to their age, so I'm pretty sure you can wrangle in who we got here.
Are you calling me young or you old in that?
Both.
All right, so up first we have our Saskatchewan Junior Girls team, which is Taylor Kerr and Haley Beretti. And Bowl Canada didn't put the coaches on.
I'm guessing, is Rhonda the coach? Perfect, we'll bring Rhonda in. And is the other one in the background?
Is Haley here? No.
I don't see Haley.
No
Okay.
Haley.
No
We'll draw a little stick figure in the corner somewhere, and that could be Haley.
Thanks for joining us and being a part of this podcast. Obviously, we want to start out with how was the whole experience and how are you guys doing rolling into summer here?
Yeah, I loved nationals. It's probably one of my favorite things this year that's happened.
Exciting. From the coach's
It was a great experience for me. It was my first time coaching at a nationals. So it was an absolutely amazing experience. Seeing all the kids and, reminiscing back from many, many years ago.
Yes, absolutely. So congratulations to you for winning the Junior Girls Doubles title. We know in nationals there can be a lot of favorite moments, but if you had to pick one, what would be your favorite moment from that weekend?
Probably our last game, because Right after we threw the last ball, we knew we were coming home with gold, and I ran into Haley's arms and started crying so hard. It's probably my favorite part.
I think that was my favorite moment too. I couldn't even look at them because I knew I'd start bawling too. So it was an amazing experience all the way around, and just seeing the girls and the excitement.
Amazing. That's awesome.
Go ahead, Ty. You got all the questions here. I'll try and think of
questions. Okay. What is your favorite off of the lanes memory? So you gave us one that was on the lanes. What's something that happened outside of the bowling alley or outside of the hotel, or in the hotel maybe, that was your favorite moment?
We were in the hotel. I went and met up with a whole bunch of people from everywhere. We hung out by the pool and we just played a lot of games there. It was so much fun.
My favorite moment outside was when we went for lunch afterwards. Because it was in Regina and I'm from Regina, I didn't get to experience the whole hotel thing. And being a first-time coach, I didn't know a lot of the people, but just making the memories with the girls.
That's awesome. It's a really big part of nationals is the time you get to spend together outside of the lanes, as well as the time that you spend on the lanes. So definitely cherish those moments.
I have a quick question. So you averaged 232 through the round robin. What is your league average, may I ask?
226.
Nice. So you're above average at the national level. That's gotta be pretty exciting, I would assume.
Yes.
Amazing.
Do you know what your partner's average was? Was she also above average?
She had a 196 average, and at the nationals she was under. She had around a 180 something.
That's okay. I've also been under average at a nationals. It happens.
We all have been.
I have to put a shout out to Haley though. Even though she was struggling, she kept she kept positive and, was cheering on Taylor and didn't pull it down, kept the positive attitude going. So that made me very, very proud that, even though she was struggling, she stayed happy and positive.
Yes.
Absolutely. That takes you have to be a really good team player to put yourself aside and still cheer on your teammates, even if it's not your weekend. As a team, it was your weekend. So.
Yeah.
But the last day to qualify, and when we were in the step ladder, she turned it on. Then that's when she started bowling like she normally does.
That's when it matters. That's a good time to do it. Okay, a little bit of a fun question. I know from the pictures all of the jerseys are the same design, but there's different colors. What province had your favorite jersey?
Probably Quebec, because my favorite color is blue, and I love the two shades of blue. And I did end up trading from Quebec.
Very nice.
My favorite.
From the other blue province, I'm a little offended, but I'll let it slide.
Yeah, I
have to say that. I have to say my favorite one was the Saskatchewan one, just because we walked around with a banana all the time.
I heard that about some of the yellow.
Yeah.
And ours was bright yellow on the green, so I quite enjoyed that.
Amazing.
So what do you guys do over the summer instead of bowling? What's your sport or your activity?
Yeah, I'm in spring league right now, and I usually do a lot of bowling over the summer. But otherwise, I'm usually hanging out with friends and anything.
Nice. Rhonda?
I play ball, and I actually have a football game right after we're done here, which is why I'm doing this from my car.
That's awesome.
It's working out great.
Beautiful. Okay, I think last question then, so we don't hold Rhonda too long maybe. What are your new goals for bowling? You've won a national championship. Where do you go? What do you do?
I really want to go for singles. That's been my dream. I haven't been there yet, and I'm hoping to get there next year.
Amazing. Rhonda's a coach. What are your coaching goals or bowling goals?
My just to be able to experience this again, it was incredible. And I had gone to nationals as a youth bowler, so to have the opportunity to go back as a coach was amazing. And like, I looked back and we found a picture from 1987 which was the first time I went as a bantam. So, that's quite a few years.
Carrie would know when it was.
Hey, settle down. Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, well, I think that's all the questions we have. Do you guys have any last comments that you want to make or anything you want to shout out?
Well, thank you for having me here.
Oh, thank
Of
you
course.
for joining.
Thank you for coming on. There's a lot of people that still won't come on podcasts, so just you guys having you on hopefully gives them the courage or the will to share their experience with us, and hopefully the rest of the country that's watching this. So thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Congratulations
All right.
again. Awesome. That was your, what was it, 2023 Junior Girl Doubles Champion.
Champions, correct. And we are rolling a little bit ahead of time, but we happen to have the Junior Boy Doubles Champions on with their coach, I'm assuming. Since Tim didn't give us this information, we're scrambling to find it all, but I'm sure he was the coach. So without further ado, we have Oliver and Ryan from Team Alberta Doubles and Colin Christensen, the coach, correct?
Yeah, absolutely. You got it. How's it going, Carrie and Tyler?
Just another day in paradise.
So first off, again, congratulations. There's nothing quite like bringing home a gold medal. First question, was this your first nationals?
My second YBC nationals, and I went to YC nationals 20.
Very nice, very nice.
This is my fourth YBC national event. 2018, 2020, and 2022, and 2022 this year.
Very nice.
And you
Coach?
both play out of Toppler Bowl, sorry?
Yep.
Nice.
Coach, was this your first coaching nationals?
It was not. No, I had the honor and privilege of being with Oliver for kind of all, well, it should have been all four, but all three of our trips to nationals. We won provincials in 2020, which unfortunately got scrapped due to COVID. But yeah, been along for the ride with Oliver and with Ryan in 2022 and 2023, which has been an absolute honor and a real adventure to experience that through the eyes of the boys.
Awesome.
So with that all being said, I know you brought home the gold, but did you have a favorite moment out on the lanes?
I think the favorite moment of the games would probably be the gold medal match, I'd say. Going into it, I think we were both, I speak for both of us here, a little nervous, but we were able to pull it off. And watching Ryan throw 6 baggers into his game was really cool, and of course he shot a trophy near the end of the game as well, so we kind of touched moments and we were able to pull it off.
Awesome.
Yeah, I agree with Oliver. The gold medal match was very intense, and it was awesome.
Amazing. Coach, what was your favorite?
I think, I mean, the gold medal match was obviously kind of the pinnacle moment of the tournament for us. But I think if I look back, the first round robin that we played, we got to play all 7 games with the junior girls out of Edmonton. And I think just in general, that environment was amazing. It really felt like a true kind of mixed team of 4, even though we came from 2 different cities. The way everybody sort of gelled and the chemistry that we had together was outstanding, and it was just so much fun to get that opportunity to kind of get into the tournament with the girls like that and kind of start everything off on the right foot.
Amazing. So, Carrie, I'm going to go off script. I'm going to ditch the cue cards.
Perfect.
You two are brothers. I have competed at nationals with my brother. I'm sure Colin has had many competitive experiences with his brother. How was your experience competing together?
It's good to be on the same team. We've had many battles outside nationals at like different events. Yeah. No, it was really fun. Obviously, your brother, you know him. When Ryan's doing something wrong, I automatically just see it, right? And you know your brother as well. So it's not that difficult to find things where he's not doing something right or anything on the lanes. You can tell him or whatever, right? So it's really fun to play with your brother.
Perfect. So you guys both averaged 235 plus. One was 237, the other was 239. How does that compare to your league averages?
So I was almost 10 above, or sorry, 20 above. I'm at 219. My was quite over average. My YBC average was 290.
That is incredible. To play that much above your supposed league averages and stuff like that. We know that the houses you got to play in, some were tough and some were easy, so to play above average for that is absolutely incredible. So good job, guys.
And it really was special too, because we didn't even get the opportunity to go to Golden Mile. We had all 3 of our days at the other 3 houses too. So.
Oh really?
Yes. So, but yeah,
Well
it was really special to watch that. You know, it made my job quite easy as a coach to just kind of a lot of games just sort of stand back and be like, wow, you know, the boys are incredible, and just let them run and let them freewheel out there and get ahead in matches. It was great to be, you know, kind of on the team with the boys and kind of experience that chemistry and camaraderie between the two of them was fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So to kind of jump on that, you know, you guys out-averaged the rest of the junior division by 20-ish points, was like the next closest to you guys. Did you feel like you were crushing it, running away with it, or in the moment did you still feel like you were battling for every point and, you know, grinding out every match? How was that for you guys?
I think on the first day, I felt like we were doing a lot better, like really good. But on the second day at Northtown, I felt like we weren't doing as good, and there was definitely some close games. I felt like we should have been doing better, but in the end, we still won every single match except for one night. So, like, can't be. No, I can't be mad with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was, first day was definitely closer, but again, playing with the girls, they held us up. They put lots of energy into our group. But yeah, no.
Perfect. On to questions. What's your guys' summer activities? What are you doing?
Currently, I'm in soccer. I do soccer about 5 or 6 times a week, depending on how many times I practice. So, yeah. I play. We're going to be doing lots of bowling, practicing over the summer. But other than that, I play handball. Yeah.
Great.
You, Colin, what are you doing for the summer?
I'm trying not to think too much about bowling, that's for sure. So I like to save that. I like to have a defined off season, but no, I like to get out, you know, enjoy the good weather. I play a little bit of golf casually, so, you know, try to get out every weekend for a round of golf kind of thing. So.
Okay. This question's going to be doubly hard for your coach because he throws every ball. You guys only have to throw half of them. If you could take one ball back from the whole weekend, which one would it be?
Do you want me to answer that?
I absolutely want you to answer it.
You want me to answer that? Okay. One ball back for the whole weekend. I think that's a hard one to kind of distill down. The performance was so good. I think, you know, the one match we lost, I know in the first 5 or 6 frames of that match, I think between the two of them we had about 7 or 8 head pins and kind of put ourselves behind the 8 ball in that match. And at the time, it was, it still wasn't a sure shot that we were going to lock down the number 1 seed. So it was kind of a key match at that time. So I think maybe in that moment, trying to find a way to just sort of like relax Oliver and Ryan a little bit, and let them just kind of freewheel a little bit more and get off being so heavy on the head pin, and hopefully establish ourselves in that match. But that's a pretty small regret, I would say, given the performance. 13-1 in the round robin is incredible. So
yeah.
Absolutely.
You guys have any 1 balls you want to take back? Was there any frames of shame if anybody follows on Instagram? Any 2 pins that you wish you didn't throw?
There was one game, I think it was YBC. I threw, I think, 3 or 4 to end, and then my last ball I threw 2.
Those happen. I seen some of those at C5 nationals, so I wouldn't be too worried about a YBC national 2-pin. It's perfectly fine.
It's a thing for sure at that level. At any level, the pressure can get to you, and all it takes is that brief mental lapse for a second, and all of a sudden that ball is just gone. So
Yeah. My brother's thrown a 2-pin at nationals as an adult.
Yeah. And Ty, you have any more questions for you guys, or do you guys have any questions or thoughts that you want to share here before we let you go?
My last one is going to be the same for everybody. What's your new goals?
I think just keep the momentum going, right? You end your season with a national title, and there's no better place to keep doing anything with that except for keep it going, right? Get all that momentum for winning. I think just bring it into the next season. Going. For me, I would like to get singles this upcoming year, and for me, that's a realistic goal that I think I can accomplish. Yeah, I'd love to do that, represent Alberta.
Wicked.
Perfect. Colin, what about you? Is there any coaching goals that you want to achieve? I know you're still very competitive on the competitive bowling scene, but as a coach, is there anything that you're looking to strive to accomplish?
I think it's just continuing to have the opportunity to, not only with Oliver and Ryan, but a lot of the great kids we have in Calgary and at Toppler Bowl in general. I think we have a really awesome YBC program. We have outstanding coaches there. I don't like to sit here and take all of the credit, because I know I'm just one voice in the ears of Oliver and Ryan that they hear on a regular basis on their Saturday YBCs. So I think just for me, it's kind of just continuing to get these amazing opportunities to kind of have those pinnacle moments of success, and to kind of be involved in those. And and I really wish the best. Oliver moves up to seniors for next season, so I really hope he can keep the momentum going, and maybe make it through to provincials and the doubles, something like that. Just to kind of keep that success rolling. And Ryan absolutely has an amazing shot of taking on the provincial singles for the junior boys. So I really wish them both great success in that. And if they both make it through, I think it's going to be a really difficult situation for me to know, which way to go with the boys. But definitely there supporting them, and as are all of the coaches that we have at Toppler.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Well, congratulations
right.
again.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, guys, and we'll let you go and move on to our next guest. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's always great that you guys are willing to do this and kind of put the spotlight on the kids a bit. I think it's amazing.
We try our best. All right, we'll let you guys go. Thanks again.
Thank you, Brad.
All right, thank you.
All right, bye.
Okay, I saw a comment that I'm hard to hear. Is it?
No, I've turned up your volume. You're good to go. All right. Well, I know we've had this young lady on a couple times. She is a constant on the WCBT, and now she's winning golds at still a junior level. Incredible. Happy to have her on again. We have the junior singles champion from 2023's YBC Nationals, Akira Anseth. The best Anseth now, I do believe, right? You got yourself muted there, Akira, before. Perfect. Thanks for joining us. Taking time out of your busy schedule, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, I enjoy being here.
Okay, so before we start, congratulations on disc golf or real golf?
Golf.
Golf. Oh, okay. What was that? Tell us about that, and then we'll get to bowling.
It was just like a district tournament for the surrounding area at our school. Yeah.
Awesome. So you're good at everything.
No.
Yes.
All around athlete.
All around.
And what happened? I didn't hear about this. Did she win?
She did.
Wow. Look at this. Unreal.
All right, let's jump into some bowling, the reason that people are here. So my first question, I know this was a defending title for you, right? 2 years in a row now. Last year, you went undefeated. This year, not necessarily the same.
Mm-hmm.
How does that compare? What were the thoughts? Where were we at?
Well, the first day I for sure struggled, because I don't know, it was hard going into the tournament knowing that I was undefeated. And I don't know, once I got my first loss, it kind of took a weight off of me. And
Your first loss was a 248, which isn't a bad game.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good match. PEI threw a really good game. Yeah.
Amazing.
So obviously you averaged 250 for the tournament before step ladder. Some of the scores in there are just super consistent. Like in the middle of your blocks was like 265, 266, 287, 296. Like, can you let us a little insight into? I know you compete on tour a little bit here and there. How did you gain such consistency in your bowling and not having big up and down roller coasters?
That's a tough question. I don't want to try and do too much, I just want to hit my spot on the middle and let the ball do the work.
For sure. I think that's something we see, especially in the YBC age groups, is you'll see them throw like a 300 and then they'll follow up with like 150. And it seems like a roller coaster for them. But you're a prime example. Your roller coaster definitely didn't have very highs, but didn't have any super lows, right? So the consistency across the board just shows to back to basics and making sure you're hitting what you're throwing at, right? And not not overthrowing and all that jazz.
Okay, I'm going off script again here. So, quick maths. I'm so good at maths, and I totally 100% do not have other numbers from other people. Your average of 250 puts you in the top 20% of averages at the adult C5 nationals that just happened for women, between the ladies and the mixed division. So you were a junior competing at a level of the top 20% of women in this country. What are your goals? What do you do now? You've won 2 single titles. What's next?
Well, I mean, the Diamond Ladies Classic's coming up, so it'd be fun to go deep in there if I can. I don't know, keep bowling the tour and hopefully make seniors next year.
Okay, so you are moving up a division.
Yeah.
Are you scared?
I don't know. I'm more so excited.
Okay.
The senior girls may be scared of you, so just so you know.
We'll ask our senior girl single later on.
For sure.
Okay, what province had your favorite jersey?
Oh. I don't know. Can't even remember what they look. I think I like Quebec's because it had the collar. And yeah, ours didn't.
Interesting.
Very small detail.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So, what was your favorite moment on the lanes at this national?
Probably the last frame of the last game. It was. See Michaela's comment. It it was a really exciting moment and a lot of adrenaline in the shots. And yeah, it was probably the best 3 balls I've ever thrown in my life. So
They looked pretty solid. I watched them. What was your favorite moment off the lanes?
I mean, getting to hang out with like Michaela and everyone. We got to go out for supper a couple times. You know.
Nice.
If people didn't know, you went fairly deep in the consolation event at Heritage Lanes. Did you draw on some of this YBC National, having to throw those 3 big shots in the end and all that stuff? Did you use some of that in the consolation event, some of that memory to draw upon?
Yeah, for sure. Like once it got to the match play, I felt a lot more comfortable, and I wasn't really panicking up there in consolation. And yeah,
You threw some big shots. And your very first match was against Jenna Lamoureux, was it not? Yeah. Obviously a gold medalist in her own right, and that would have been a pretty big moment in your consolation run for sure, was to come up against her. And that's amazing. I like that.
That match for sure had a lot of luck in it.
Yeah, all those matches kind of do. It's one and done, right? So you need some luck on your side. You're not gonna be perfect all the time. So.
No. Now, you are from Saskatchewan, but you're from Cutknife, not Regina. Do you still feel like you had the home crowd behind you? Was it hard not being at home? How was that?
Yeah, I for sure felt like I had a home advantage. I mean, the finals, there's a lot of people behind us, and you know, I felt the support all weekend. You know, I got a lot of good lucks and stuff, and yeah, I for sure felt
Awesome.
What else? What else do you do? So you golf, you bowl,
Volleyball.
obviously. Didn't you do some? I don't want to. I might step out here and I might not know. Can you let us know what other activities you do?
yeah. I do volleyball and I also do art.
Right.
Amazing.
And I knew volleyball. I just didn't want to say it because if it was basketball, I'd look like an idiot. So.
Slam and dunks.
Your art is absolutely amazing. That is something probably little known to a lot of the community. Is we see you at events following your dad and competing yourself, but doing some art on the side and stuff like that. It's very cool. If you want to shout it out, you're more than welcome to shout it out on here. If you're still doing that and still selling some of your art, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I got a Facebook account, Art by Akira. And yeah, you can go check it out if you want.
Perfect.
The humblest shout out ever.
Yeah, for sure. We will share it in the comments of the podcast for people to go check it out. Cool.
So with doing so many activities, what are your summer plans?
Well, I've got volleyball in Halifax in July. And then August, we're probably going to go down to Nebs and play in that cash tournament, which I'm really excited for.
Wicked.
All right. Is there any last thoughts that you want to share with us before we kick you off our podcast for probably the 4th or 5th time that you've been on here?
No, just thanks for having me again. You know, I always enjoy being on here.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on and sharing all your experiences, and look forward to seeing you out on the lanes. We'll see you down at the Diamond Ladies Classic and hopefully get you on live stream and running deep in that tournament.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, Akira.
Thank you.
Bye. Hey, we are crushing it here. We are ahead of schedule. Hopefully we're giving these these YBC members their due time. We only are as good as their guests, so if they're willing to talk back with us, like Akira did, she's fantastic, and everybody's been really good so far, so we hope to keep this momentum going.
There's no Tim to ramble on tonight, so...
Yeah, that's right.
You got the two quiet folks.
Not much for ramblers, that's for sure. So I believe our next guest was Junior YBC single.
It is Junior Boy YBC single.
Hard to believe that this person is Junior as well. I know Akira. I always think that she's literally right on the cusp of being a full tour member and all that. But this gentleman is right behind her for sure. So, gold, YBC National Junior Boys from Alberta, JD Hislop.
Hello.
Hello.
Congratulations, JD.
Thank you.
Before we jump into all the questions and all that stuff, we had a little insight from people around the country that have noticed in your game alone, just in that last match, you have some quirks about your game that you've picked up off of maybe the likes of Adam Weber or a Mitch Davies or anything like that. Is that stuff that you've looked to emulate yourself, or is that just something that naturally came to you as you've watched these guys play on tour and around you when you've been at the center?
I think it's more just been natural. Dad's always said, like, "Oh, I look like Carey Kreitz." Like, that's not, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely all natural.
These guys are rubbing off on you. I don't know. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
Your dad's getting more harassment than anyone on this podcast tonight. All right. I know this was not your first nationals. How did it compare to YC, the other nationals that you bowled this year?
Definitely different. The team, or without having the team to pick you up if you have a bad game, it's not an option. But having the first day as a trio definitely helped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So how many events did you play in, JD, at this YBC National? Just the trios and the single?
Yeah.
And how did trios go?
Trios was fine, actually, yeah. Bowling with Marcello and Lucas definitely helped, because just to get the feel of nationals again.
Where did you guys finish in trios? Do you remember what the results
We
were?
came in second behind BC.
Beautiful. So a gold and a silver. So nothing to sneeze at.
I see from this, and this is something we'll rub into his face a little bit later, but you out-averaged Marcello in the trios.
Did not know that.
Very interesting. Very interesng.
You did. By actually like 12 points. You manhandled him. What was your favorite moment of nationals?
Definitely seeing one of my old friends again from Quebec, Mikhail Mador. Bowled against him in 2019 in Oshawa, and going into it, always wanted to beat him. That was one of the goals for that nationals, and then seeing him again definitely was exciting. Yeah.
Awesome.
Amazing.
On that same note, what was your favorite moment off the lanes?
Off the lanes was probably everything outside of it. Talking with all the bowlers and spending time with like family and other bowlers from Alberta.
So just the hangout, the social aspect of it all.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So let's talk about the step ladder a little bit. You were not the top qualifier, which I think is different from the rest of the people that we've interviewed so far, which means you had to beat first place twice.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts going into a step ladder that's one game, win or lose, and then on the other hand, you actually are on the disadvantage. You have to win 2 games if you want the gold medal. What are you thinking in that scenario?
I was just thinking, like, to reset myself. Like, don't think about having to try to win the 2 games. Take the one game at a time and one ball at a time, and just stay in the moment.
That's what every coach says, and not a single bowler can do. It's a lot harder to do than it is to say. So, well done.
So you had to beat Lucas twice in the final. You had a decent game your first game, obviously beat him 234 to 191. But the second game was extremely close. It was 269 to 260. Can you walk us through the last couple frames? Unfortunately, wasn't able to watch it. Was it you needed to throw the last few shots, or was Lucas the one that finished? How did that all come down in the end?
So the second game, he started, but I thought I had it going into the 10th frame and didn't realize that, like, oh, if I screwed up, I wouldn't have won. And yeah, I didn't really pay attention too much to the scores, because normally when I do that, it starts to go crappy. So
yeah.
All right, so we know that you're a baseball player and a taekwondo participant, a taekwondoer. I don't know how that one works. What are your summer plans?
Just taekwondo this year. Yeah, I haven't done baseball since like 2019. So
Okay.
Taekwondoer. I like it.
As someone who's done taekwondo, I should probably know that, but I don't.
I love it.
What province had your favorite jersey, JD?
Definitely, probably Northern Ontario. The black and the purple and the white. Really, yeah.
New answer. I like it.
I think everybody's had a different answer for this. I like that.
We've had 2 Quebec.
Yeah. The collar.
The collar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. I'm going to ask you what your new goals are for bowling. You won a national championship. Where do you go from here?
Outside of YBC, hoping to make a bracket sometime or in the TPC.
Big goals. I like it.
Is that something that your goal is to join the WCBT in the short future? I know you're just a junior. Like that seems so out the lunch to me. But within a few years, or are you going to wait till you're done your seniors before you start joining WCBT events? I know you've competed in a few of them, but like to join the tour as a whole, maybe drag your dad along. He can sport all the money.
To join the tour fully, or try to do it sometime in the senior.
Nice.
I like that goal.
Amazing.
All right.
Do you have any questions for us?
Yeah. What's with that?
Not really, no.
Fair enough. All right. Well, we'll let you go, JD. Thanks again for having a chit chat with us.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and your dad wants you to bankroll him? I don't think he really can at this point. He's got scholarship money, Chris, but he can't pull that out to support your bowling habit, so. All right, thanks, JD, for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
You know, speaking of scholarships, that's the one thing. Now, we shouted outed.
You're crushing grammar right now.
I am killing it. The high games, but I think for juniors, I want to say it was 380, and for seniors, it was 400. They actually got scholarships for throwing over that. I think it was just $100. So JD would have had 2?
2, I think, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
I didn't know that they gave out scholarships for high games.
They changed the format. So they used to have the high average. Crushing numbers.
Knows the knowledge.
I know the things. It used to be high average for male and female. But this year, I think, was the first year that they did it for high games.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, we got them sitting in the background. We might as well bring them in. I know we're way ahead of schedule. And high average?
And high average.
Perfect.
They got all the money to hand out.
Yeah. The senior boys, doubles champions, gold to the 2023 nationals. We have the Manitoba senior boys, Will and Alex Thompson. How's it going, guys? Good. So much excitement.
Lots of energy.
Yeah, feeling it, Will. Well, go ahead, Ty. You always have the first question. Go with a good one.
Okay, so I apologize. I know Will a little bit better then I know your brother. Was this your first nationals? Was
No,
it?
this was my
No?
fourth.
Fourth? Oh my goodness, I am behind the times. See, Carrie, I'm not that young. All right, how did this nationals compare to some of your other ones? You're our second set of brothers tonight. How was that?
I'd say it was good. Like, it's so easy to have chemistry with someone that you like live with. And having a coach that's coached you all your life and you live with them as well. Our provincial went super well together, so we were able to come into nationals with a lot of confidence as a team.
Yeah.
And, like, we knew like I started with a 148 in the tournament. And it's like we knew that we could be better than that and we could bounce back from that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was good.
When Will got to his 25th head pin after 7 games, I basically told him, if you get to 50 in this tournament, you're walking home.
That's a long walk.
For me, I just felt less pressure than I have in previous tournaments being alongside my brother. It relaxed me a bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about your provincials. Will, you averaged something stupid like 316?
I think it was 331.
331? Holy
318.
crap. And Alex, you were up there as well. You had a pretty high average.
Yeah, like 290.
290, yeah. And so you start the tournament, and your first game as a team is 348. What's going on? What are you thinking?
Yeah. I mean, I just, like, I don't think I've ever not felt it that much at a competition. I just couldn't put anything together. I had 5 head pins, 3 chop offs, didn't spare any of them, I don't think. I couldn't put anything together. I was still somehow picking my wood. I only left 7 pins, but it was my worst game of the year for sure. And I can definitely take the blame for it being that low.
And or the national?
No, first one national.
First one nationals, yeah. So Alex, in that first game, like, you didn't have the greatest game either, but did you feel like, oh, I'm gonna have to backpack my big brother through this whole tournament? Is that what was going through your mind, or?
I mean, I was still trying to figure it out myself too, and I knew he was gonna figure it out. I just had to hold him in long enough.
Yeah, well, obviously, you guys figured out the very next game, 291 and 273. So, no worries, you righted the ship right away, and you guys both averaged, obviously, very decent for the national level. Being the number 1 qualifier going into the step ladder, coming up against Southern Ontario, and it seemed like you guys handled them fairly decently, beating by 73 pins. So, congrats on that. Do you have a favorite moment out on the lane?
Probably just our entire final. The Southern Ontario boys are extremely respectful. They were cheering us on the whole time. It was great energy for the whole final. I have to agree with that. That's my favorite moment because, like, I've never played in such an important match where the other team was giving me double high fives and, like, actively cheering for the ball as it's rolling down the lane, like, to knock all the pins over. Like, I mean, Miles and J-Ron were the best finals match that we probably could have had, and it was a lot of fun.
Overall, this was the best contingent or the best group of kids that I've ever been involved with. And I've been to, this is the 9th consecutive national that I've attended either as a parent or a coach. And this group was just outstanding. Between the players and the coaches, it was such a joy to be around such great people.
That bodes well, because we got some old cranky people up in the adult ranks that we need to kick out, so that's amazing.
So, question from a Manitoba staple.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Kyle Wong.
Yeah. That's his proper name. So not only brothers, but dad, it seems like we were coach.
Yeah.
How was that?
In a word, special, because this is the first time that they've had a chance to play together on a team in YBC. And so, yeah, it was special to be able to get this ride in before Will goes off to the adult ranks. And, you know, as far as being a coach, we've got a lot of good coaches in our house. I mean, obviously, Natalie Young coached Alex and Max last year to a gold medal. And Kyle's been instrumental in Kyle's awesome because Kyle allows you to loosen up a little bit. You know, I can being the dad, I can be a little bit too much putting the screws to it. He's the guy who can take the pressure off.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, Will,
Yep.
you are playing Masters Nationals in, God, 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't even know. What are you feeling for that? Tell us. That's very different than YBC Nationals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely nervous in a sense, but it's not necessarily that I'm scared to be playing at such a high level against the adults because I've played in the cash tournaments and like some of the better leagues in Manitoba. So like there's definitely some nerves. My team might not agree with this, but I'm considering throwing a 148 to open it since it's worth the time.
Well, if you bowl Alberta the first game,
do you line up with us?
Please. But I'm definitely excited overall. I can say that. And the fact that it's in Newfoundland, I've never been there. It's going to be a fun trip.
That's awesome.
Yeah, can't agree more. It'll be pretty awesome to play against you at that national event in Newfoundland. It'll be a fun time.
I'm excited.
Carrie, you got a question?
I hear it's back-to-back national golds for Alex. Is that true?
Yeah.
So what did you win last year? Was it the doubles, singles?
It was the doubles.
They also
and who'd you win that with?
Doubles.
And the mixed doubles,
Yeah, the mixed team.
Had double gold last year.
He's up to 5 now, and Will got to 3.
Nice.
Awesome.
So,
that's incredible.
Will played in 7 nationals, won 6 medals. 3 of them were gold, and Alex has won 6 medals in his 4 appearances, and 5 of those.
That's pretty solid.
They're they get the competitive part of the game.
That's awesome.
Well, take them while you can get them, because it gets tough quick.
That was the first thing I told Will when he became a senior was all bets are off now. You're not scaring anybody.
It's true.
Do you guys have any questions for us? Or Ty, do you have a final question that you want to ask them before we move on?
I have 2 questions.
Perfect.
First one, what's your new goals for bowling?
I mean, I still have 2 more years in YBC, so trying to get the gold medal count as high as possible.
He's trying to catch somebody.
Yeah, gotta catch up to you.
I think you only need 1 more.
Yeah.
Well, he's got one that's an asterisk, so we say that's an asterisk one.
I have lots of those at Bonnie June too. I love it. I love it.
For me, I'd probably just say like establishing myself in the adult world of bowling, trying to get to a more consistent like 255 plus average in leagues, because this year I had like an average 261 in YBC but only 248 in my competitive league. So I'd like if those averages, obviously I'm out of YBC now, but I'd like if my averages across leagues were a little more consistent in that sense.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely stop punching as many headpins.
I feel you.
We're working on that.
I like our league and headpins for the competitive leagues. So that was good. Yeah.
Dad/coach, what's your new goal?
As a coach?
Or dad?
Just keep refining their games, you know, and you know, I've been a coach at Dakota for 15, 16 years now, and this is the last year. The kids who just came into seniors this year are the last group of kids that I coached in Vancouver. So we're running those kids out and then potentially starting to train all over again and bring up the next crop, because we had a pretty good run with this group.
That's awesome.
Yeah, lots of great players coming out of that program. Manitoba has been coming around super strong, especially in the adult ranks here as of late. And then to see you young guns coming up too. It's just proof that you guys had a great YBC program and it's working real well.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, my last question. Will, I heard a rumor that you're looking for a cowboy hat. Would you like to trade a shirt for a cowboy hat at Masters Nationals?
Yes.
Deal.
Wow.
I'm in.
Wow.
There you go.
That.
The deal is sealed.
Deal is sealed.
Well, it's public knowledge now, so no going back.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, congratulations again, guys. We'll see.
I want to take a second to thank the host committee in Regina for putting on just an amazing event. I mean, it went off without a hitch. There were a lot of everything ran on time, which is so nice compared to some of the past events that I've been involved in. So, you know, scheduling was good, travel was good. I can't say enough to the volunteers and the judges of play who volunteer their time to get in on the action and support the youth as they're coming up through the system. It's incredibly important for the program.
Yeah. As somebody that just dealt with C5 National over the last 5 days, it takes a lot of effort for those national committees to make that happen, especially on time, transportation, all that, all the jazz. If it goes even with a few hiccups, it's a massive success. If you get praised words like you just gave to them, having very little issues, that's an amazing feat. So.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they appreciate it, and we'll pass on the kind words for you, too.
Awesome.
All right. Well, thanks very much. Congrats again, and we'll see you out in Newfoundland.
Thank you. See you there.
All right. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Cool. So you have to give away your hat now. Everybody knows about it.
Oh, have to. What a shame.
Don't have to take it back on the plane. Tough break.
For anybody that knows anything about Alberta, you can get a hat. I almost guarantee you'll be able to get a hat, because those are the worst things to get on an airplane. They're such a hassle. But I am happy to trade with Bill. He is an excellent bowler, and it's going to take him no time at all to establish himself in the adult event.
For sure.
Shall we move on?
Yeah, senior girls doubles champions.
The biggest hooligans we're going to have on this podcast tonight.
Yeah, for sure. I can already see it. So, from Alberta, Madison Jenkins and Natalia. Oh, I'm going to butcher her last name. Ty, that's all you.
I got it. We chatted at Open Nationals. It's Langevin.
Oh,
perfect.
All right, ladies, congratulations. We see that lovely banner hanging in the background. Actually, quite a few banners. Flexing on us. Tell us about it. Every single banner. What do they all mean to you?
Wait. The first one, 2013, I was 8. Singles, Bantam girls. 2015, I was 10, I think, Bantam singles again. I think I got
all together.
4th. Yeah, we did. I was tied, 3-way tie for second, ended up getting 4th. And then 2019, I actually won the purple banner.
Nice.
And then last year, of course, the doubles, and then this year.
Awesome. That's amazing.
So is that back to back?
This year and last year?
Yeah, like doubles gold back. You had won it last year as well? Oh, I thought you. We
got last year.
Well.
Way to go, Gary.
Best improvement ever. From chump to champ. That's the best you can do.
All right, ladies. Clearly not our first nationals. How did it compare to some of your old nationals? You know, you two had a very close bond. same with your coach who couldn't bother to be on the podcast tonight.
Wow.
What was this nationals like for you guys?
Honestly, it was amazing.
A lot of
We've rolled against each other for so long, and honestly, never really talked before.
Yeah.
But
I
then,
didn't really know you would tell this year.
but the bond we created over this year, compared to no other.
Amazing.
That's awesome. So obviously you guys were number 1 seed and then took down the gold medal. What was your favorite moment on the lanes? Was it the gold medal match? Was there a specific time that you needed your partner to back you, or what was going on? Let us know.
Mine would have to be my last 3 balls of YBC. I never show emotion in my bowling, so that one definitely hit different.
I don't know for me, honestly. Maybe
Just
going
say-
on 15 lanes. Those were pretty fun.
Awesome. What was your favorite moment not on the lanes?
There's so many.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Give us your top 3.
Chuck E. Cheese.
Chuck E. Cheese for my birthday.
Right.
All right.
Honestly, just getting to hang out with everybody at the hotel the last night, that was a lot of fun. And just getting to bond with everybody. And I think it was at the lanes but off the lanes at the same time. When everyone is like congratulating you or even just supporting you before you even start, it was really nice.
That's awesome.
Favorite jerseys that you've seen out there?
Northern Ontario. Purple bananas. You're right.
I would have to say BC. I like their like marble aspect. It kind of looked marbles. Matched our bucket hats.
Yeah.
All right. BC didn't have bananas.
Yeah. Every shirt had bananas.
Yeah, they all have bananas.
Oh,
Let us in on the small joke. What's the bucket hats about?
Honestly,
We just decided to get
no,
them.
it
but-
was started at provincial singles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she had bucket hats, brought the bucket hats, and then we did this weird like pose thing, and so then we got matching bucket hats,
You're
and then we
here
do that
first.
pose for every tournament.
All you need to win a gold medal is a bucket hat and a funky pose.
Oh yeah.
Kreitzer, you get that for Newfoundland?
Yeah, we'll go with yes, Ty. We'll go with yes.
Fair enough. Okay, we got a couple. Let's go, Maddie. This one's for you. You just competed at Open Nationals. Another gold medal. Tell us about that weekend.
That's
I'm
hard.
sure we'll have you back on the podcast for that too, but give us a quick little...
Honestly, it hit different because I've looked up to so many of those ladies for so long. So that was different. And it was definitely nerve-wracking coming into the adult ranks after YBC. So, yeah.
You're still in YBC. It's not after, honey.
Yeah.
Well, she should be graduated now,
Yeah.
right?
Well, now she is, but
Yeah.
made the team still in YBC.
Right, correct.
What are you guys doing for the summer?
Honestly, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. Probably lots of work, working a lot, going to the Diamond Lady Classic coming up. And
Good.
then probably camping. Try to do some camping. It's relaxing kind of.
Amazing.
Nice.
Your bucket hats will come in handy for camping.
Yeah. For sure.
You might be the only one wearing bucket hats camping, but they'll
Maybe.
come in handy. Maybe. So, any goals moving forward? I know, Maddie, you're already going into adult ranks, and you just won a national. Like, pretty hard to set any goals past that level, but obviously there's lots of other events like you mentioned, Diamond Ladies Classic. Natalia, what are your goals for moving forward through YBC and maybe possibly the adult ranks?
I don't know. Just
Are you gonna stick with it? Let's start with that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good. That's the most important part.
Yeah.
Step one, stick with it. Because you're both in university?
No.
No. Okay, never
Put
mind.
me on the spot. No, I'm not anymore.
Okay,
Foot in mouth, Ty. Foot in mouth.
fair enough. You had one, I had one.
Yeah, we're crushing it out here.
This is your guys' opportunity to say anything you want to or about your coach.
Oh my gosh, that guy! I don't even know where to start.
He's literally sitting at the Sky Dome right now, not caring what you guys are doing with your with your team anymore.
Oh, like, what a guy. Jeez, after all we've been through. Yeah.
Let's give you a starting point. We all know Dexter the bowler. Who is Dexter the coach?
He's super
He
supportive.
put up with us.
Yeah. He dealt with a lot. No, he's super supportive, and like we honestly didn't think about bowling when we were bowling. He kept our minds off of it very well, which we needed at times, and it was very calm and a great environment into the pit.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Amazing. Well, anything for us before we kick you off the podcast?
Thank you for having us
Yeah,
on.
thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
I had no choice.
Correct. Correct.
It's true.
Well, congratulations again, you two. You've done incredible
you.
things in your YBC career, and keep at it.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good night.
Now get out of here. What a mess.
I'm not sure if Maddie is going to be on next week for the C5 national recap, but she was a heck of a player out there for the ladies team.
For a first timer, not a rookie.
Yeah, pretty amazing. Rookie season and get a gold medal.
She brought a tear to my eye on that weekend. I've seen her since she did the little like two-handed chuck from the chest. So to see her win an open national gold is pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's cool. We're going to bring in our senior champions, singles champions. But I see Cello's filling his face, or was filling his face. No, he's good now. Okay, without further ado, brother and sister, Michaela and Marcello. How's it going, guys?
Hello. Hey, how's it going?
Not bad. How does it feel to be gold medal winners and same household? Is that still weird, or?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. A little.
He asked if it felt weird, not good.
I felt it weird. Is it weird?
I think it's Marcel's first gold medal, so.
Oh, so not that bad.
Feels
Whoa.
Shots fired already.
Oh,
We knew this was going to be a good one. So, how did it feel winning gold together? I know not as a team, but at the same event at the same time.
Honestly, I don't think we saw each other until like an hour after we won. Even though we were in the bowling alley.
I was just about to ask, were you guys in different bowling centers when this happened, or you're just swarmed by the people and then just went off with your friends?
Yeah, we were in the same alley for the last day, so. But at the end there, yeah, just talking with other people. You know, we live in the same household. We can celebrate after.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we'll start with Michaela. Top seed, averaged 270 in the round robin, and then 295 to 288 in your gold medal match. That is some elite level bowling.
Yeah, thank you.
Talk us through it.
Well, I don't even know. But, I mean, I just want to say, also, I had no days at Golden Mile, so I was proud there.
Well done.
But I love Wood Lanes, and so we bowled 2 days at Northtown, so kind of had a bit of a confidence boost going in. and it's nice. It was good to be back at nationals, and after last year coming in second, now this year, I think I put way more of the effort in during the year to make sure I succeeded in the end.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So you and Amy flipped, right? She won last year.
Yeah.
So going into that match, what are you thinking? What's going on?
I just wanted to beat her, and she's my best friend, so it's I say her that I threw a 998 triple against her. She wants me to bring that, so I had fire to throw.
All right, I love it. I love it.
Cello, same to you. Obviously, you averaged 262, seeded number 1. See that you and Jaden tied for points. How was that split decided that where you got the number 1 seed? Was it matches against Jaden?
Yeah, it was head to head, but we split head to head, and then it's total pinfall between the matches.
Oh,
I gotcha.
Because he averaged higher than you, so it would have had to have gone to.
Yeah, so it was individual match against total pinfall against each other.
Yeah. Exactly.
Huh.
And then you took him in the final. Yeah. Amazing. How happy was he about that?
Obviously, he was pretty upset.
Yeah.
But
Jaden is someone that you've seen.
He's a really great player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's someone you've seen at tour events. You may have had the chance to play him before. How is it playing someone that you know, opposed to maybe a YBC bowler that you really are only going to see at YBC Nationals?
It was pretty, I don't know if you want to say that you were more comfortable playing someone that you with it, but it was so, yeah, if I had to play I would probably.
Okay.
I'm kind of looking at the boys' stats here, and you and Jaden with 13 points. Then you had Kyle at 12. You had Jordan at 11, Nathan at 11, Braden at 11, Taryn at 10, Tony at 10. It was so close in the top 7 players. That's insane.
Yeah, no, it was the whole tournament. It was, you'd look and you're tied with 5 other people.
Yeah. Where on the ladies' side, it was close in the middle of the pack, but Amy and Michaela kind of separated themselves, three or 4 points ahead of the pack. But obviously, great playing by both of you to take down both golds on both sides as brother and sister. Any favorite moments on the lanes that you guys can come up with off the top of your head?
Winning for sure that last game, but I don't know. Not all a blur, but in a way it was a blur.
Right.
I really enjoyed playing with my band, the band girl.
Nice.
So Lila, so that was a good moment, and she won as well. So it was
fun.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was super fun bowling with Lucas as well.
Yeah, I heard your junior beat you there.
80-4, awesome. that was pretty sweet.
That's awesome. Now, format-wise or scheduling-wise, were you two able to watch each other in the finals? We just had open nationals, and in the singles, our ladies played first, and then our men played after. Did they play your finals at the same time, or did you bowl separate times? How did that work?
We were at the opposite side of the bowling, so.
So how was your mom?
Yeah, just right the whole. Yeah, it was kind of hard. I'd come off from a frame, and then I'd have to go to my mom and be like, "Hey, what's Marcello doing?" Both ways.
I didn't ask how Michaela was doing.
There it is.
As long as the rivalry continues, that's all we care about.
Oh yeah.
All right. What is in the books for y'all summers?
Probably not a lot of bowling. Probably just a lot of golfing. About it.
No baseball for you, Cello?
No baseball. So just working golf probably.
Yeah, I'll be in a bowling alley, but I won't be bowling.
Are you playing the ladies' diamond?
Yeah, next.
So you will be bowling. So you're a liar.
That is my final tournament, and then I won't be picking up a ball till September.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Favorite jerseys?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Favorite jerseys?
I'm wearing mine, but I told Amy I wasn't gonna show. But I'm wearing Amy. I was gonna wear it, and then I felt like I didn't need that.
Favorite one. The Northwest Territories one. Super. I really did like that one. I ended up trading, but
Yeah, I didn't mind BC because it was just like black and white. So like, you didn't have a banana on your shirt like we did.
It's all about this banana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who designed the shirts, but notes for next year. Just put bananas on them.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we've asked everyone else. You won a national gold. What's next?
oh, there's a lot of goals, but obviously to make nationals for either the Open or Masters, or keep running.
Yeah, I'd like to have make a couple cuts in the tour next year, and then
From two people who have already made cuts at
Yeah.
a stupid young age.
Okay, Ty.
I'm old now, I can say it.
Is there a goal to maybe make tour finals?
that's
I've never thought about that one, but that would be definitely up there on the goals.
yeah, for sure. That's I mean, I don't know if it's realistic, but it's cool. Yeah.
Amazing.
I wouldn't say it's out of reach for you guys. I think you both
If
have
Carrie-
the talent.
If Carrie can do it, you can do it.
Yeah, I seem to make it every year, and I'm old and broken, so
It's true.
you guys can clearly do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions for us?
Not really. I don't know.
What's your summer plans?
Yeah.
Everyone. Are you guys going bowling?
Oh, boy.
Going to Newfoundland,
Yeah.
yeah.
Carrie and I are going to Newfoundland.
Yeah. and then playing
And
each
then-
other at tour finals.
I was just going to say, and then bowling each other.
Yeah, so apparently summer's full of bowling still, so yikes.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
We've
lot.
got some, reevaluating to do
Yeah.
for summers, I think.
Life goals need to make a switch here. No, I'm more than happy to bowl. I'm lucky enough to still make all this stuff, so soak it in while we can. There's plenty of time in between for the golf or ball or whatever else is going on. Hitting dingers like Ty says.
Go sports.
Guys get baseball.
I am split 5-5 with a Weber this week so far.
I have officially taken last place in that.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
the one
Yeah.
baseball player.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to reevaluate my draft picks and make some major trades, I think.
Yeah.
All right, well, congrats again, guys. Michaela, we'll see you at the Diamond Ladies Classic, and Cello, have a great golf season.
Yeah, we'll do that. Guys. See you later.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
See
Congrats.
you guys. Well, Ty, we absolutely crushed that.
We killed it. I think we
Yeah.
should get the audience vote on Carrie versus Tyler tour finals.
Oh, no. Keep a note that Ty is 2-0 against me at tour finals.
Only since I'm old.
Yeah, since you
Carrie could beat
graduated
young
YBC.
Tyler. Yeah.
Yeah, when you were still in YBC, I still tried to kick crap out of you, but...
You did. You did.
That
was a pretty good podcast.
That wasn't bad. Tim's schedule was out to lunch.
I know.
He wanted us to be on here for 3 hours.
What a guy.
We got him.
He was planning on us staying being 12 minutes behind schedule, not just our usual 5.
Yeah. Yes, Steve, Katie did beat me or did pass me the last week. Yeah, I'm behind by 3 points. I can still figure this out. There's half a season left. We're good. We're good.
I'll trade you DeGrom and Rasmussen for 2 pitchers.
No, DeGrom's out.
They both
to cross
are.
out for the season, isn't
They
he?
both are.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing I heard that today. I might have made that trade.
Damn. You would have saw it pop anyways with like the IL-60 and been like, what's going on?
Why is Ty trying to trade this?
Man.
For sure. Okay, so we'll wrap this up. Next week is the C5 Nationals podcast. It'll be the recap of all that good stuff going on. If you guys didn't catch any of the live streams, 5-Pin Universe posted them all to their YouTube page, so you can go there, check it out. The mixed stuff is all on A5's Facebook page. Some pretty amazing bowling, records crushed all across the board. So the C5 National Recap is going to be full of stats and full of amazing times on the lanes. So,
We got one last comment here. I'm going to see if I can find it.
Perfect.
Boys. I'm not that fast on the computer. I have one screen. Senior boys. I think it was doubles. Senior boys. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there was a 4-way tie for the 3rd seed of the senior boys doubles. And I'm assuming they must have split it by pinfall? Or head to head? I don't know. I don't even know how that worked. There was a 4-way tie for the 3rd seed in the senior boy doubles. And one of them ended up getting silver.
Well, hey, yeah, look at that. Southern Ontario, Newfoundland, British Columbia, and Northern Ontario.
Talk about beating up on each other.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Well,
that is chaotic.
It was head-to-head pinfall. There you go.
And they forgot Northern Ontario the first time they counted. Oof. Yikes.
Oops. Well, we'll leave that with you guys to all ponder on for the week, and we'll see you next week. And
thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, have a great week, Ty.
You too.
All right, talk to you later.